All right, so we're gonna go through this review worksheet. Anything you got wrong, you need to correct in your red pen. Anything you didn't have done, you need to correct in your red pen. Any work you didn't show, you need to copy down in your red pen. Okay, so here we go. Number 1, a blank is a comparison of two quantities by division. That is a ratio. Ratio. Number 2, a blank is a ratio that compares two quantities measured in different units. That is a rate. Okay. Number 3, blank are one or more ratios that have the same value. The word same is your clue right there. Remember, same means equal. So this is equivalent ratios. Okay. Number 4, a blank is a rate that has a denominator of 1 when written as a fraction. That is a unit rate. All right, so down below, remember this is not a table. Okay, this is a type of graph. The actual type it is a coordinate plane. So letter A is a coordinate plane. Letter B, we've talked about this now, this is the third time. This is pointing to that group of numbers together. That is an ordered pair. Okay. Letter C is pointing to that bottom axis. That is the x-axis. Okay. Letter D is pointing to the point where those two axes meet. That is called the origin. Okay. And letter E is pointing to that vertical number line. That is the y-axis. All right, let's turn the page and go to page 2. All right, page 2. These first 3 are the ones that cost lots of people, that 2.5 and that 3. Because remember, whenever you are writing ratios, you have to write them in simplest form. So number 6, what is the ratio of stars to circles? If we count how many stars we have, there's 2. And how many circles, which look like ovals because of the way the picture is, but that is 4. Now, can I leave it like that? No. What do I need to do?
Simplify.
I need to simplify. These are both divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide them both by 2. And I get a ratio of 1 to 2. Okay? Remember, I can write that with that colon, or I can write it as a fraction. Okay? Number 7. What's the ratio of rectangles to total number of shapes? How many rectangles are there? 3. How many total shapes is there? 9. Okay. Is that one simplified? No. How do I simplify it?
Divide by 3.
Divide them both by 3. All right, so 3 divided by 3? Is 1. 9 divided by 3?
3.
Is 3. 1 to 3 is my final answer. Okay. Number 8. The band is made up of 5 flutes, 8 trumpets, 3 clarinets, and 4 saxophones. What is the ratio of flutes to the total number of instruments? Okay. How many flutes were there?
5.
5 flutes. And then what's the total? So what do I need to do with all the numbers in that problem? Add them up. Do I include the 5 for the flutes? Yes, that is still one of the instruments. So I need to take 5 plus 8 plus 3 plus 4, add them together, and you get a total of 20. Now, is 5 to 20 simplified?
No.
No, I need to divide them both by 5, and I get a ratio of 1 to 4. Done. The bottom half is graphing, okay? Remember when we graph, okay, we have to move for that x-axis first, which is always to the right when you're given quadrant 1. So we're going to move to the right, and then we're going to go up. So these are going to be this direction. This column is going to be this direction. Okay, so for number of mules, the first one is 2, 1. So I'm going to go over to 2, up to 1, and put a point. Over to 4, up to 2, and put a point. Over to 6, up to 3, and put a point. Over to 8, up to 4, and put a point. And over to 10, up to 5, and put a point. Okay. And there's my graph. Okay. The next ones, same thing. We're going to move to the right first, and then up. So we're going to go over to 2, and then up to 3. Over to 4, and up to 6. Over to 8, up to 12. And over to 12, up to 14. Okay. Remember, this is the graph where we had lots more mistakes on the actual test because you have to be more careful when you're plotting those points. Okay, the graph is smaller, you have to move carefully. All right, when we're done, let's move to page 3. All right, so page 3 is like the level 3 questions. Number 11, remember, is the one that got lots of people as well. All right, so for number 11, which of the following ratios are equivalent to 4 to 6? The first thing you should look at is the ratio they give you. What's the ratio they gave me? Is 4 to 6. If I think about 4 and 6, I know that they're both even numbers, so I know it's not simplified. So right away, I'm going to divide by 2.
Did you start recording?
Yeah. What is 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2 is
2. 6 divided by 2? 3. So the ratio I want everything to simplify by, or 2, is 2 to 3. That's my simplest form. Okay? So if I look at letter A, it's already 2 to 3. So I'm going to circle that one because it's already exactly as I want it. Okay? Letter B, 4 to 12. If I think about what goes into both of those, they are both divisible by 2, but they are also divisible by 4, so I'm going to divide by 4 right away, getting me a 1 and a 3. 1/3 is not the same as 2/3, so I'm not going to circle that one. Okay? Then I have 12 to 18. These two are both divisible by 6. If you did 2 first, that's okay. You would just hopefully still do 3 to get it fully simplified. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So I get that simplified fraction of 2 to 3, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to again circle that one. Okay? Then I have 20 to 30. These are both divisible by 10. 20 divided by 10 is 2. 30 divided by 10 is 3. That's again 2/3, which is what I want. So that one is also equivalent. And the last one to check is 33 over 81. 33 is kind of a tricky number, but I know it's divisible by 11. But that doesn't help me with 81. So I'm going to divide it by 3. And 3 does go into 81. But when I take 33 divided by 3, what do I get? 11, right? Is that what I wanted on the top? No, so right there I should know it's not equivalent. But if I do this bottom division, 3 goes into 8 twice, leaving with a remainder of 2, bring down the 1, and into 21 7 times. Not equivalent, so again, I don't circle letter E. Okay, if you are missing any of that work, should you copy it down right now?
Yeah.
Yes, all that work should be there. I should see work to simplify every single one of your problems.
Your battery's low.
All right, number 12. If there are 18 houses on 3 blocks, so they're giving me a rate right there. Rate because it has 2 different labels, correct? 18 houses on 3 blocks. Okay, and they want me to find out how many houses are on 1 block. Now, since this one's a 1, we should know that we're finding the unit rate, but we also still want to remember this equivalent fraction idea. What do I do to 3 to get to 1? Divide by 3, and whatever I do to the bottom, I need to, what's 18 divided by 3? 6. So my answer is 6 houses. 6 houses. You could write it per block, but we don't need to because this is an actual word problem where it asks me just about the number of houses. So as long as you have 6 houses, you are good to go. Okay. Number 13. Natalie spends $28 on 4 DVDs. Again, they're giving me a rate. So $28 on 4 DVDs. Okay. And they want me to find the cost of 9 DVDs. Okay. Well, if I look at that equivalent fraction part, can I do anything to 4 to get to 9?
Negative.
No. So I'm going to use scaling or unit rates. Okay, do 4 and 9 have anything in common? No. So I'm going to use the unit rate, which means I'm going to get this bottom number to be a 1 first. What do I do to 4 to get to 1? Divide by 4, and whatever I do in the bottom, I need to. And 28 divided by 4 is 7. All right. So now that I'm at $7 for 1 DVD, how do I figure out the cost of 9 DVDs? I take that 1 times 9. And again, whatever I do in the bottom, I need to. And 9 times 7 is 63. So my answer is $63. If you got an answer of 7, this is just like the one on the test that you only did half the problem. You did the division to find the cost of 1 DVD, but you didn't find the group total. All right, so numbers 14 and 15, these ones went pretty well before, but here we are finding the unit rate. Remember, when we find a unit rate, that's where we want a 1 for our denominator. So all we have to do is take that first number divided by the second number. So I'm going to take 480 divided by 8. 8 doesn't go into 4, but 8 goes into 48 6 times, which is 48, getting me a 0. But since I have a 0 to bring down, I have to put a 0 up top. So my answer is 60 blinks per minute. Okay. Nope, you need 60 blinks per minute. All right, 15, $525 for 3 tickets. So again, it's going to be the first number divided by the second number. So 525 divided by 3. 3 goes into 5 1 time, leaving me with a 2. Bring down the next 2. 3 goes into 22 7 times, which is 21. Leaving me with a 1 and a 5. And 3 goes into 15 5 times, which is 15, getting me a 0. So my answer is $175 per ticket. Okay. And the last ones, okay, are filling out that ratio table using a rate to complete a table. So this problem says there are 4 employees for every tiger in the exhibit. Well, if there's 4 employees for every 1 tiger, what I need to do to complete this table is I need to take everything in that table times 4. Okay. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. And 4 times 4 is 16. Now the second one, there are 7 employees per elephant. So now I take each of these times 7. 1 times 7 is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 7 is 21, and 4 times 7 is 28. Okay? So that is completing a ratio table. So anything you got wrong or any work you missed should now be completed in red. Okay? Remember for your test tomorrow, okay? Yep, your retake is tomorrow. That you need to write all your ratios in simplest form. Remember, if they are equivalent, you want to simplify. To graph, we move to the right and then up. Okay? And to solve, we use equivalent fractions.
Wait, do we have to do, is the,
Or unit rates.
is the